August 13th, 2020 changed our life forever.
Medic and County Fire.
Our son Alex King had a jet ski accident on Lake Norman.
And you said your friend is unconscious?
Yeah, like my friend's unconscious.
I was the trauma surgeon on call one evening, and we had a call that a level 1 trauma was coming in, which is the sickest kind of a trauma patient on their way in. I didn't have any other details until medic arrived and told us they were concerned that he had neurologic injury and wasn't really breathing on his own, and he probably had internal bleeding, and he was very unstable.
I rushed down to Atrium Health and to see what was going on. I didn't no idea where he was. They said he was on the trauma floor, and thank goodness that Atrium Health is the only level 1 trauma center in the region, and I'm so glad he was there.
Initially, Alex was very unstable, so we knew that he had some significant injuries, and we knew he had a neurologic injury. So within the first couple of hours, I would say, we knew that he had a pretty severe traumatic brain injury. And he also had a big laceration on his right lung that was actively bleeding. That was really the immediate threat to his life. We took him to the operating room for an emergency operation to stop the bleeding from the accident. I removed part of his right lung, and that was able to stop the bleeding and then get him back to the intensive care unit so we could continue to stabilize him, and then the team can work on him there, and then we have to work on the traumatic brain injury and other issues.
So Dr. Green comes out, and we all just run to him.
It went as good as it could have gone under the circumstances. And I was like, oh, awesome. We were like so excited. And I said, well, can you go to college in 5 days? And he's like, well, probably not. Probably need to hold off on college right now.
When we figured out how significant his brain injury was, I had no idea that he would be going to college this fall and that he's running and working out and living essentially a normal life. Alex doesn't remember anything about his hospital stay. That's an entire month. What the body goes through in that healing process is very difficult to understand or explain, but it takes an awful lot of professionals doing their very best job for him every single day to get him where he is.
In December, I would just, literally, I couldn't even lift weights yet. When you're in a coma, you're just really weak and the life's taken out of you. All I did was cardio. Then I started lifting weights a few months later, probably 2 or 3 months after not doing anything. I started lifting weights. I mean, I've like already like way more than doubled each exercise.
We had met at the end of both of our workouts, developed a friendship, just kind of, dialogue here and there, but then like 2 months later, we started walking on the treadmill together. I was just recovering from a surgery too, and eventually he asked me, do you want to start working out together? To get to know Alex and like learn more about just who he is as a kid, who he was before the accident, who he is now, is incredible. It's crazy to think a year ago he was face down in the water, and he is where he is now. It's special.
I've came so far. It's been like a world's difference. Like I have a new body, my memory is so much better. I'm just like a new kid, I'm a new person.